playoff contender. That's great. But now, how many of these teams can now say, okay, not only are we in the playoffs year in and year out, but we are a legitimate Super Bowl contender in any...
The final 2 weeks of the regular season are upon us, and off we go on EA Sports. The return starts from the 5, and it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. And they'll be led out by the former Texas Longhorn, now their rookie quarterback.
To say he found a pretty good rhythm last week, I think, Mike, is a little bit of an understatement. I mean, he single-handedly accounted for 30 points after throwing for 5 touchdowns in last week's win. He had a couple of interceptions, and those are obviously concerning, but it's a little bit easier to live with the picks when you can get that sort of production out of your passing game. Look for him to keep slinging the rock all over the field, cut down on the turnovers. He can do that. He expects to lead his team to another victory in this one.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 2. They'll turn and hand this one off. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play. Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he's close to another 1st down. He's brought down just shy of the marker. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On the toss, they'll run. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
The Saints will punt this one away. Now, fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
Here we have a guy, Mike, just really coming off a tremendous outing last week. It seemed like everything was working for him in that win. The early rhythm he was able to establish, he rode that to the final whistle. They had an answer for everything the defense threw at him, and if he continues to stay one step ahead and continues to protect the ball at this rate, it's going to be a hard group to beat.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Once again, it's Walker. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. Got to get this to the 25. Here's third down. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Jackson, Smith, and Big Bug, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. A fair catch will be taken here with that flag down by the punter, and this might keep the drive alive.
Automatic first down.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, it's Mahomes. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Reek Woolen.
Well, we're getting a little test here early, Mike, to see just how easy is this team to wrap. Didn't look like they were able to get through that opening script that they had worked on all week. So I'm going to be curious on this next drive. Do they stick to the plan? Do they pick up where they left off? Or is there a little bit of a reaction, or dare I say panic, to come out and make some adjustments in response to that early interception?
The Saints offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And the numbers will show he's been one of the top quarterbacks in the league all season long, right up there among the leaders in passing yards. On first down, they'll run it on the draw. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. In motion comes Andrews. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes. The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup. I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. Touchdown Saints. That gives him 14 touchdowns for the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He'll start at the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. play fake. Now it's Mahomes. Complete to the former Buckeye, Jackson Smith-Njigba. Talk about a volume receiver. That's his 90th catch of the season, and he gives his team a first down. On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Off the play fake. Mahomes. Outright Smith-Njigba has it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Kool-Aid McKinstry. And the Saints are going to get the football, and they'll have it just past the 20-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Saints offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. And things are getting a little tight with 2 weeks left in the regular season. Already, we can look ahead in both conferences to some critical divisional matchups ahead in Week 18. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Kirby Joseph there to make the play. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. They'll look to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Smith-Njigba, the man in motion. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And that is incomplete.
Man, chance to sit down with the quarterback this week in practice, he preached the importance of that I have to do a better job protecting the ball. Well, so far here early, it doesn't seem like that's been the case. He's been a little reckless here in the opening quarter, and he's going to have to clean that up throughout the rest of this game.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Saints offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has come out of the gates hot. He's been on target with his throws, and that's reflected in those numbers as he'll look to keep under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
I could go on and on about the offensive line breakdowns with this pass protection, and it's been flat-out brutal. But let's give some credit to the other side of the ball. They came in not only motivated to make a statement, but with a great game plan, and so far they've executed it to a T.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Sending a receiver right. He'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. The Seahawks offense ready to take over once again. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. That's Chase Young off the edge with the tackle. 2nd down and 8. We are through 1. The Saints out on top. More from New Orleans after this. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Seahawks. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
The extra point, up and good. And the Seahawks will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Saints offense. And their running back set to go once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him. And your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
It's first down, and they'll run. And he shows off a little footwork, winding his way for a run of 8.
It's a gain. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Seahawks 24-yard.
Hill drops to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Quick throw, taken in, and he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This one from 39 yards out. Little's kick is good. And the Saints will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Brian Burns comes off the edge to make the play. They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. Throwing is Mahomes. Got it with Smith and Jigba. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Throwing right, it's taken in. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. A 1st down throw for Mahomes. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. The run up the middle. It's Walker. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half and good enough for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Now some movement up front, flags down, mistake-filled 1st half continues. He'll get this out to the left flat. a 2nd and 12. Mahomes back. Quickly to the outside and complete. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down. Mahomes now on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. Joey Porter Jr. got a hand in there and made the play.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball. And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he'll work this forward to the 35. Nolan Smith makes the tackle. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Back to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Seahawks offense about ready to take over once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. He's got room past the 35. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll run here with Walker. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset. But as always, there's the exception to every rule.
His throw left side is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll get this out to his running back. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Open man, left side. He's got it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. Gains nothing. Now a give on the ground. He's going to lose yardage. How about the defense standing up in the red zone? They'll mark it at the 10. 2 minutes to play here in what's been an even first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. 3rd and goal. Mahomes. Oh, a loose football. But a fortunate bounce. He got it right back. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. The Seahawks going to bring their kicker out and try a field goal. This a 48-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Seahawks going to take the lead. It's now 13-10.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. Here's a 2nd and 9. He's got his tight end. It's Andrews. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. And that is incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the 1st down. He'll look to throw. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete.
He was defended by Kirby Joseph.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That's to the sideline. He's got Neighbors.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If they need a couple yards, they can come back to this play. Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. 1st down throw, Mahomes. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Junior Colson.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake, and you're not going to get away with it at this level.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Saints get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. The Panthers continue to show they're a strong contender for a Super Bowl title as they move to 13-3 with 1 game to go. From there, we'll jet north to Ohio to check in on the Browns at home at Cleveland Browns Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Browns locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Raiders trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see if we come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. From the 6, here comes a return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense. And Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, we'll try to keep it going. A tight end in motion now. Here's Walker. Into the secondary, past the 40. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it.
Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play. That's exactly what they did.
And he gets this up close to the 40. Junior Colson there to make the stop. 3rd and long. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. The home team's offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Here's 3rd and 7. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. From out of the gun, he'll throw. Man is open, middle of the field. It is caught. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard.
Just a short gain to the 33-yard line.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
This one caught by the back out of the backfield.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. The throw here is complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he may have come back a little bit. And now it is 3rd and goal.
3rd down and goal to go.
Back to throw. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, New Orleans. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Saints will extend this third quarter lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and Jackson Smith and Jigba ready to get back to work. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Walker. Now a 3rd and 2. We'll try and run it with Walker. The Seahawks sending out their punt team. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
Not much happening there, just a short game.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
That is caught. It's Robinson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
And that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. They'll run the toss with Walker. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan of the toss. Healthy game, and they pick up the first down.
And not much materializes there. He'll get this to the 35. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Now he'll run.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. In trouble, and down he goes.
This guy's really in his zone right now, Mike. He's rushing with such confidence that it doesn't matter who they put on him. He thinks he's going to win every matchup, and with the rest of the time remaining here in the second half, the offense is going to have to change some things up. It's less about who blocks him and how we block him, because right now, one-on-one, it's just not getting the job done.
We're all set to kick this one away, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Saints offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Saints lining up in punt formation as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. That is fielded at the 13. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. On the handoff, this is Walker. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Mahomes. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker. Room up the sideline at the 45. 19 more on that one. And another 1st down.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Once again, it's Walker. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Quick throw, taken in. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Seattle.
Putting the tight end in motion. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. He'll get this out to his running back. They'll come up here on second down and 5. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. Now Walker. They're going to bring him down to 21, but they're also going to move the chains after that run. First down picked up on the ground.
A gain of 5. And the Seahawks first down.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Second and a yard. Throwing is Mahomes. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is third and a yard. To throw is Mahomes. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Kool-Aid McKinstry.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
He'll look to throw. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
Finding room across midfield. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
In motion comes Andrews. To the air now on 1st and 10. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 33-yard line.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down. Now they'll set up to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to have the Saints first down. He has it by plenty. They keep the drive alive here on 3rd and inches. A handoff as they try to run it here. He'll work his way only to the 23.
Brings up second and 8.
He'll drop to throw. Taking off. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick. Picking up the first down. They'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Saints. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Previous play is under review.
What they're looking at here is the spot of the football. Always tricky to get this exactly right, but it only takes a few inches to make a big impact. So slow this down, find a landmark on the field, and determine where the spot should be. So that challenge, a successful one. Oh, he feels the pressure, and he'll go down back at the 6.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to get back at it. Greg, sitting up here with you, this is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them?
Oh, I think it's a big factor in this game. And when you start taking the ball away at the rate that they have today, it takes a lot of the confidence out of the offense. And I think that's the body language that you're referring to. There is a lot of doubt creeping in to this offense, and it's almost becoming the point where you don't want to be the guy with the ball because you're afraid you're going to give it up. And when it gets to that, man, as an offense, you're in trouble.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. 2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. And more of the same. Another interception. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kinds of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
The Saints offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we'll run you through some of the highlights from earlier in this one. There's just the 1 touchdown pass. Doesn't look remarkable if you look at the stat sheet, but watching the game, you see when the throws needed to be made, he has made them. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, They have no answers whatsoever.
And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short. They'll stick with him again. Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. The Seahawks scoop it up. Oh, those hurt so much. Knocking on the door, getting down inside the 5 to fumble there. Greg, it never feels good to fumble, but in that spot on the field, that stings.
Yeah, it's just a brutal way to end this drive, but you got to give credit to defense. The philosophy of red zone defense, Mike, is takeaways and field goals. In this case, they force the big takeaway, and they keep points off the board.
Mahomes now back near his own goal line. He'll go left side here and complete this one. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
Throwing now, Mahomes. Quick throw here is complete. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. First down throw, Mahomes. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Walker. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Right back to the air for Mahomes. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Mahomes now on second down. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. And the Saints will have great field position right around midfield.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
The Saints offense getting set to get back to work. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. The drive will start on the ground, and he'll get about 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
So this one, a win for the Saints. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched the shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory.